Introducing The Carpet. The Carpet is a current affairs talk show that discusses topical issues from all walks of life. My name is Otache and I am the explainer-in-chief. The Carpet features intensive interactions with newsmakers and those who matter. The Carpet is exclusive to NSTV and airs weekly to educate and keep you enlightened on developments in our society, with critical analysis by key industry players and our investigative crack team. On The Carpet, every issue is valid, from politics, sports, finance, the economy, agriculture, trade, commerce, entertainment, and so much more. Tune in and stay locked onto NSTV on Fridays at 11 a.m. Follow The Carpet on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The Carpet, simply simplifying the news. Hello and welcome to another edition of The Carpet. The Carpet is that weekly program that talks about everything trending, from entertainment, sports, agriculture, commerce, and everything that comes in between, touching on politics and so much more. Today we will be talking power, and discussing on The Carpet with us today is the Regional Manager, Niger Region of the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, AEDC, Mr. Mahmud Keni Ndadama. Thank you for joining us on The Carpet.
Thank you very much.
Yes, it is a pleasure, and this is the first time you are appearing on The Carpet. It's good to have you here, and it's good to discuss power issues.
It's all my pleasure.
As it relates to Niger State and the region in general. Now, since your assumption of office as Regional Manager, there has been tremendous improvement in delivery of power supply to the state and the region. Now, what did you do to achieve this?
Thank you very much. First of all, let me start by thank you for giving me this opportunity. AEDC aims and objective and core value is to ensure that we provide electricity 24/7 to the businesses and the residential. And immediately we come in, we have to look at all critical issues that is affecting the power supply in the state. And we look at it in such a way that every angle that will lead to the stable power supply, being technical, being also commercial, we are all looking into. And we sit down and we also strategize to see how best we can do. And the result of our strategy is what leads to the improvement we are seeing.
Very impressive. And how would you rate the performance of customers in terms of paying the electricity bills since yours in office?
Well, let me say that after 1 year of our assumption, I think the business has improved by 11% in terms of revenue generation. But we are still far away from it. There's improvement and in collection, but the percentage of the improvement up to now is not something that we are going to celebrate about, because every month energy of 1.5 billion was given, and we hardly collect the average monthly of 500 million. So we are putting all strategies on ground to ensure that we got the money, we recoup our money of electricity being used so that we can serve the public better. I think we are on course, and God's will will continue to do. Though the customer education in terms of payment awareness has tremendously improved with the way it was before our coming. Like, people believe there is a power state and there's no need for power. But with the help of the media, the radio platform in media in Niger State here, seriously help us in educating customer in terms of paying their bills, and also encourage us to serve the customer so that they can be they can be encouraged to pay their bill. And I think with that we are on course.
But now that power is improved significantly, now what would you say is the reason why the customers are not paying to what your expectations are? What could be causing this?
Well, just as you said, is that still customers' education is also very important. You see, when you say customers, we have different categories of customers. We have residentials, we have also commercial customers. We have customers that are high profile, like military, like state government, federal government, and some other agencies, police force, and some other agencies. They say that you cannot just disconnect them. Effort has been made to talk to them, to communicate to them, but collection on this assist is always very difficult. But we are receiving some cooperation. Recently, there's a memo from the headquarters that all the federal agency and military personnel in Niger State, we should send the list. It's like there's an effort made by federal government to pay us from the above. So I believe that is a welcome development. And if you look at residentials, mainly is customers on residentials are largely population of customers we have low income earner, salary earner, retirees, and they strongly believe that payment of electricity, they didn't take it as a necessity like they pay utilities like a hospital, MTN, DSTV. So that's why we need to educate customer more and more. They know why they need to pay their bill. You can remember last year when Consider Radio educate customers to their state to pay their bills. There was a tremendous effort. I must congratulate Consider Radio to partner with us. People respond, and that last year as much, and we've been entertained, and it's on the news. And I think we'll continue to educate customers, also engage with the Consider family to ensure that they help us to ensure that the customers do the needful and pay their current bill. One of the major factors affecting us is that customers don't pay their current charge. Anytime they pay the way they like, no amount of energy will give them. They still don't want to pay above certain money that they are used to pay. And the more you consume, the more you pay. So we are still battling on that, and we are still educating them.
Well, that's to say that the customers, there's good improvement from before and now, and there's been improvement in the supply of power. The power has been improving. Now, if the people who are consumers pay more and improve on their payment, from the improvement that we already see in the Niger region for the supply of electricity, would there be even better improvement?
Definitely. Once we sell electricity and we get our return of the investment, definitely the company will be willing to give us supplies as many as we want, as much as is available in the network, in the grid.
And then now, how does the billing system work? Because you hear this from people all the time to say we're paying for what we are not using, or sometimes to say the bills that come in is not it doesn't go with the amount of power that we have consumed during the period. Talk us through the billing system. Who should be paying what, and how are the bills built?
In terms of billing, we have two methods. One, those on prepaid. That means these are kind of customers who are on prepaid customers. They purchase credit, they process electricity before use. This is one part. We have other parts that are on postpaid customers. These customers, they consume electricity for a period of 30 to 20 days before we bill them to pay. Largely in Niger region, we have at least 74% of our customers on this postpaid, that is direct billing. And anytime there is supply, you find out that those who are on prepaid, we receive more payment from them because there's enough energy for them and they are building. But the prepaid postpaid customers who are who are on direct, they are being billed by the quantum of energy of the previous month that arrived. This is, for example, this is the month of May. So when any bill we call month of May is the previous consumption of April. So anything the customer consumes this month will be tagged as June bill. So we bill customer based on the energy consumed by the customers.
Okay, and then if we're going to break it down into kilowatts, how you people put it.
Yes.
Now, how is this bill?
Okay, sorry,
people can calculate on it.
Yes, the billing method was set by NEC, National Institute of Regulation Commission, on category of customers which are being classified as Band A, Band B, Band C, Band D, and Band E. Band E, these are the frozen zone. Band A are customers that receive supply of 18 hours and above. So they have a specific amount they are paying. We also have Band B from 16 hours and above. We have Band C, 24 hours and above. So any number of hours you receive electricity, you understand? We have a unit cost for each. And majorly here in Niger region, we only have Band A and Band C, because with all things being equal, presently we don't have a customer that receive an average of 13 to 15 hours supplies daily.
Okay, and it's also a major thing about people bypassing power, which is also a major cause of your losses here. And I'm sure that there are punishments for people who bypass, because it should be considered a crime to steal energy. Now, is there any visible punishment that is meted out to people who are found wanting in the area of bypassing? And why haven't we heard or seen of anyone being prosecuted?
Just as you say, energy theft is very rampant, and the company is not closing its eyes on this. In fact, there's even a unit called Revenue Protection Unit. So much investment were made to ensure that this department functions very well to protect the stealing of energy. Energy theft is a serious crime, and there's a provision by law to prosecute and also to deal with anyone that found wanting in stealing the energy. In terms of dealing with anyone that steal our energy, there's a penalty to be paid, and when the penalty is not paid, then definitely there will be litigation taken to court. I think, but most of them are paid. But if you are a second or third offender, and we take bigger action just to avoid this.
If you're just joining us, this is The Carpet, and it is here on this station. It comes to you weekly, and we discuss everything that matters to you, everything that's trending. Today we're talking power, and we have the regional manager, Niger region of the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, the AEDC, Mr. Mahmud, Keni, and Ndadama, with us in the studio. We'll take a break, and we'll be back shortly. Stay with us. Introducing The Carpet. The Carpet is a current affairs talk show that discusses topical issues from all walks of life. My name is Otache, and I am the explainer-in-chief. The Carpet features intensive interactions with newsmakers and those who matter. The Carpet is exclusive to NSTV and airs weekly to educate and keep you enlightened on developments in our society, with critical analysis by key industry players and our investigative crack team. On The Carpet, every issue is valid, from politics, sports, finance, the economy, agriculture, trade, commerce, entertainment, and so much more. Tune in and stay locked onto NSTV on Fridays at 11 a.m. Follow The Carpet on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The Carpet. simply simplifying the news. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is The Carpet. And today on The Carpet, we're having a talk with the regional manager, the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, AEDC Niger region, Mr. Mahmud, Keni, and Ndadama. Thank you for staying with us and thank you for being here with us.
Thank you very much.
And again, thank you for mounting the carpet. It's good to have you here. Now, let's get back to talking. In recent times, we heard of the Regulatory Commission, that is the NERC, saying that every new structure or building that is coming now should not be powered except there is a meter installed in the house. One, is this feasible? Can this be possible? And two, who provides the meters for all of these new buildings that are coming up, knowing fully well that houses spring up every day?
I first of all answer your question that said that who provide the meters. I think the NEC has made provision for the vendors to be available to all these stores. So vendors are being licensed to provide the meters to the customer. A series of policies have been implemented in providing meters, but presently the vendors have been giving licenses for every disco, every customer that needs meters just need to go to AEDC, you apply, then and within 24 hours you get a meter. They always have it on ground. That is that. But pertaining to the last question on
the NERC says every new structure must be metered before they are powered.
Yes. You see, just to give accountability. You know, NEC is trying to be fair to the market, because when there is no meter, you know, two things always happen. One is either the customer is cheated or the utility the company is being cheated. The sheer way of measuring customers' consumption is through the meter. And that's why you see a lot of policy to ensure that any new customer that is coming in is being metered. But from my experience here in Niger region, that customers, a large number of customers we doesn't have money to pay for this meter, and they want electricity. So we have to make it very clear to them that this is the NEC rules and regulations. But anyone that who agree that will take his law regime, those conventions should be, you put it on documentation and sign in case of any litigation or any sanction from our regulator. But the truth of the matter is that no new customers support to connect electricity without meter.
But is this not a responsibility for you as a distribution company to stand on the grounds that new customers must be metered?
Yes. The customers are being forced to pay, but we realize that no matter how you give them pressure, they went through the back door to connect illegally.
What happens to the people who do these connections for them? It's possible to find them.
Well, he said all the machinery is put on ground to ensure that no one is connected without meters. But anyone will find out, you know, everywhere you find the good people, the bad people in society. So we are checkmating them. Anyone we find, we ensure that we penalize this. We ensure that we got the meter before we connect. So we don't allow it. We ensure that this NEC rule is being obeyed. So anyone that when and connect that it doesn't have, some of them will apply that I don't need the supply now until you get the meter. But after 1 month or 2 months, when you set our team to go and investigate, because normally we see the number of energy drawn by people, and we see our customer base is less than that, So that's worries us. So by the time we go out, we now find out that there are some illegal customers. When we check, these are the customers that applied, they want to connect, but they don't. They will come and pay for the meter. They don't need light, but then they don't connect to the supply.
But they pay for the meters and
No,
say they don't.
they only register that they are, when the money is available, they will come and pay. So that's the style they normally do. They will come and register with us, then they will now say, okay, they will come and pay for the meter, but they don't need the supply now until the money for the meter is ready.
But shouldn't that be an offense?
Yes,
because now it's energy theft.
Yes.
And these people should be punished,
Yeah.
and there are a whole lot of them. Why don't we see this happen, especially within this region?
We are seriously penalizing them. We do cover average of almost of about 400,000 kilowatt hour of energy we cover every month. Every month, which amount to millions of naira.
So now, with this being put in place, the meters that should be installed in houses when the structures are built before they come in, who pays for this meter? With this directive from the regulatory body, who pays for the meter? The customer, or the meter is provided and then billed?
Presently, a customer pays for the meters, and when they pay for the meter, it's our responsibility as directed by name to ensure that within 24 hours they are metered.
And then now, how much are these meters?
Presently, the single phase is 63,000 and 92 naira from zero kobo, and three phase about 117,000.
Now, people would try to make a point that they cannot afford to pay for the meters now because they're expensive. Do you think that this should be considered a joke, owing to the fact that you can build a house? Doing the electricals for the house costs a whole lot more than this, and all of these are not done on credit. Roofing the house costs a whole lot more. And then yes, 120,000 might seem a lot, but it shouldn't be a lot for people. Do you agree with that?
You see, sir, I want to be practical and be frank here. You see, in advanced country, payment of electricity, they don't joke with it. Nobody joke with it. But here, in the society we are living here, paying electricity, people are looking at it as if it is not a right, it's not necessary to pay. And that is why they took advantage in finding one way or the other to beat the system. You see, if we are to be fair, when the customer build their house, how much does it cost you to build their house? What is a bag of cement cost now? Sand, gravel, zinc, windows, and people are not even doing all this ordinary ceiling now. They do POP. So people spend a lot of money, but when they come to electricity, we tell you the meter is 63,000 or 170,000. It's too expensive.
So they think it's their right.
And we think it's all right, and that's why we also think it's all right to deal with them.
Now, with the increase in rainfall, we're getting into the rainy season. A few months ago, there was a complaint of hydro being down, not enough water for the turbines to generate power. Now, with the rainy season coming in, should this be a good reason why we should see improvement in supply of power to the region?
You see, when there is a rainy season, wind, rain, you see a lot of power outages. So I want to say very clear is that we as a distribution company, we consider safety first before money, before the cash collection. We have a very large network, and we found out that during rainy season like as we had now, wind blows, we cut trees, not getting down of all, so many things. And when there is electricity supply in this pod that fell down, it will affect buildings, it will affect people's lives. And our customers' lives and property is very, very paramount. And that's why sometimes when there is serious wind, we ensure that the safety measures being taken. Number two, there's a lot of encroachment into our network. We have a lot of people that build their houses, put our installations inside their compound, and children are very innocent. When it's raining, sometimes they play, and if there's a wire cut, unknown to them, if there's a supply there, when they touch it, some of them grow flowers, trees in their houses. After even if they're encroached, they still grow flowers with trees. And rain, you see, water and electricity, they are not friends at all. If there's anything to conduct electricity. So that's why we always put safety first. And that's why sometimes we see outage. Coupled with vandalism, some people take advantage during the rain that nobody is going out to go and vandalize our transformer. That's why sometimes when we are trying to patrol, we find out that what's happened to this transformer? So some people took advantage. So this inclement weather conditions causes some series of challenges to us, but the company is up to task. Our main technical men are always on ground. And that is why we always post our daily network situation for our customers. Now, if there's rain, you can testify. Some people say that it is raining and there's supply. It's because the network is very healthy, and that is why there is supply. And we'll continue to improve on that.
Now, let's before we go out on a break, let's quickly look at this situation that people share and complain a lot. Sometimes we have communities putting monies together, donating monies, contributing monies, and buying a transformer, or you have a political leader donate a transformer to communities, and these people complain that these transformers would be on ground for months after month after month without the AEDC coming to run installation and powering up these transformers. Why does this happen?
I think my answer to the question is that for every investment you make, you're expecting a return of investment. That's for sure. And if I'm giving you electricity, for example, worth 1.5 billion, and I hardly collect quarter of it, the investment is always very difficult. And if you look at Niger region, it's only a part of region of Abuja Electricity Distribution Company. We have Nasarawa, we have Kogi, and we have FCT, others region in the FCT. You see, by the time there's any request in fairness, and you want to issue out your transformer or other materials, first of all, as a business person, because let me say that every atom of energy, atom of electrons we're using, we pay for it upfront. And when you are investing, first of all, you look at the areas. You look at the areas where you have your return of investment immediately. Not that the company is not providing, but delay in providing it is because of the amount of maybe respond to the payments of what we are selling, sometimes delayed. What I'm trying to explain here is, in Niger region here, for example, we start examples, maybe Limawa, a transformer consume energy that was 5 million naira, and we're able to collect only 750,000 naira.
With people donating transformers, political leaders, community leaders, communities themselves. Why the delay with AEDC powering up these transformers?
I think from our experience, I think two things contributed to it. There is not always a proper communication officially from the donors to AEDC that they donate social transformer to social community. And until we receive official letter or documentation, then it is then our men will go for inspection. Secondly, what delays is that most of these transformers, I'm sorry to say that, but that is reality, donated, are not fit to be connected to the system because most of them are refurbished and they are not suitable. They have some issues that if be connected can cause problem to the network. So we do explain to them that the transformers did not pass the test that can be connected.
But now, if people are going to donate transformers to communities or communities are going to buy transformers, would it be advisable for them to come through the company, AEDC?
I think, sir, I think that's the best thing to do because the person that is donating, we're advising, we also will guide him. And by the time you do the right thing, the community that they provide this transformer to, immediately they'll come up into the network. So they will help the company, they also help the people. And immediately, because we have to sell electricity, and without transformer, there is no way they can be able to use electricity effectively. So bringing them in as quick as possible is to our advantage. And we are there at any point in time.
Okay, if you've been here with us, this is The Carpet. We'll take a break and we'll be back shortly. Introducing The Carpet. The Carpet is a current affairs talk show that discusses topical issues from all walks of life. My name is Otache and I am the explainer-in-chief. The Carpet features intensive interactions with newsmakers and those who matter. The Carpet is exclusive to NSTV and airs weekly to educate and keep you enlightened on developments in our society with critical analysis by key industry players and our investigative crack team. On The Carpet, every issue is valid, from politics, sports, finance, the economy, agriculture, trade, commerce, entertainment, and so much more. Tune in and stay locked onto NSTV on Fridays at 11 a.m. Follow The Carpet on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The Carpet, simply simplifying the news. Welcome back. This is The Carpet. And today on The Carpet is the Regional Manager, Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, Mr. Mahmud Keni Ndadama. And we're having a chat on The Carpet. Regional Manager, sir. Now, let's talk a little bit about some of the political intervention on the government end of the electricity business. How are you managing with so much debt accumulated by the government-owned institutions and their non-payment? How is your debt doing currently?
Well, the current debt of AEDC Niger region, I think is amount to us at April 2023, amount to 56 billion. Most of these debts are coming from federal government establishment and also state government establishment. But the company is seriously working so hard to deal with the situation on how to reduce this outstanding. And I think some measures have been taken for the past 1 year ago. And I think we're able to recover from state government of about up to 700 million of debt recovered. We are seeing on it, and I think we are working hard with them, and I think yes, room for improvement in collecting this debt. Also of recent, we have a directive from the headquarters to submit all the list of federal government institutes in our region, like police force, military, and other federal government agencies. I think there's a plan going on to settle this debt. So a lot of strategy have been put in place at the management at the headquarters, which is headed by the Chief Business Officer, Sani Usman, in driving this debt collection. And I think from records in the past 1 year, I think over to 2 billion naira have been recovered. So the company is doing, that is across the AEDC franchise area. So the company is doing a lot in recovering this the outstanding debt.
Okay, now let's, as we round up on the program today, let's move away from AEDC and talk about your person, Mahmud Keni Ndadama. What do you do away from AEDC when you're not working? How do you spend your leisure time and other times?
Well, I'm a very dedicated person to my job, and I make sure I'm in the office at the right time, and I close at the right time. And anytime I close, I go to my house right. I'm used to, since I got married, though I have 2 wives, since I got married, I'm not used to going out in the night.
You stop being a boy.
Yeah. So honestly, if I close from office, I go home, and I dedicated my time with my children. Try to understand them, what they are doing in the school, and also the kind of people they are mixing with. Thank God, my 2 wives, they are also working. Anytime they come, we try to share ideas and discuss some issues that have to do with sometimes our offices and home. And I strongly believe, even at my leisure times, if there's a complaint or any issues regarding my office work, I just have to give an excuse that I'm here to serve people, and I'll still go back. Sometimes they need to call me with water that I don't want to rest in bed. So even at my leisure time, I still do official work as far as it has to affect customer.
So what about recreation? Sports, football, tennis, golf, hockey, polo?
Well, I do exercise in the morning, and also the office used to organize exercise on every Saturday. But I don't have an opportunity to go there because I travel weekends. But I love football, I love traveling, and also I like meeting people that I'm going to share positive idea with, and also people that are progressive in mind to see where development will come to stage. That's what I do in private. I don't do anything other more. Okay. And if I'm on leave, normally I travel to Saudi to come to go and observe my prayers. That's all.
The pilgrimage. Okay, now before we go, let's talk about a little politics. You've experienced a bit of the outgone administration. Now the new administration of Bago. How do you think you would first? How would you rate this incoming, the new administration, and how do you think you would work with them?
I think as a regional manager, I think I have the power to discuss, rate anybody in terms of the question you are asking. But I think since my coming, I enjoy my time because I do my work as expected. And I think I was given a fair environment to operate and do my business. So, but I hope to have a better relationship with the incoming.
Now let's talk about your awards. How many of them have you obtained? Which is your favorite of all the awards you've received?
In the past 1 year, I want to thank Almighty Allah. That 1 year I received over 10 awards. But the favorite to me is the service to humanity provided to me by a Crusader family, usually alcohol hobbies, because why I take it as my favorite is that when we resume at 2022, the Crusader family were on top of the situation to see how power supply will be improved in Niger. And there's a serious criticism, positive criticism, honestly, and I strongly believe that something can be done. I took pain, analyzed all the problems and criticism from Crusader family, and I said this is a true reality. These are people-oriented program. Complain that if resolved, it will be better for the state. I took it up one by one, and in no time, the way you criticize, the Crusader criticize us, has changed positively in supporting us. So it's not by magic; it's by way of listening to the problems, and we're able to resolve it. So I'm proud that I have achieved that, but it's not enough, and I'm going to do more.
Well, we hope more should come in the years coming, and we pray that for you. Now, on a final note, talking to Nigerites, take off your cap as the regional manager and speak as a Nigerite. What would be your call to Nigerites in helping to improve the supply of power?
Well, I want to thank Almighty Allah to give me this opportunity. When Niger State was created, our parents come down from Sokoto. We were kids at that time, and when you look at the way I look at me now, at that period and now, there's quite a lot of changes. So there are people that are committed to ensure the development of Niger State. So I believe that this is my time, and I need to contribute positively to the growth of Niger, and we'll continue to do that until the time God give us in the office, or also give us life a good year to do that.
So having the opportunity to talk to Nigerians now on what they need to do to improve power supply to the state.
My appeal, just is like appeal, then that they should know that electricity is now a business, and for us to get it right, people must pay their bills. Just the way they pay the hospital bill, the way they pay for petrol, just the way they pay for DSTV recharge card, they should take it on them. That is a necessity to also pay for electricity. And when they do that, definitely there will be more power supply. And for those who are selling this energy, they should desist from doing it. So we'll do our best on our own capacity to ensure that the power supply, when there's a technical issue, we'll resolve it. But the customers will do their own part by paying their bill. That will go a long way. And that is my appeal.
Okay, well, I want to say thank you for taking our time to be on the carpet.
Thank you very much.
And we're glad to have you here. Well, that's our show for today. For more, you can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Today we've been talking to the regional manager, Niger Region, Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, Mr. Mahmud Keni Ndadama. I am Soni Otache saying have a pleasant day. Goodbye. Introducing The Carpet. The Carpet is a current affairs talk show that discusses topical issues from all walks of life. My name is Otache, and I am the explainer-in-chief. The Carpet features intensive interactions with newsmakers and those who matter. The Carpet is exclusive to NSTV and airs weekly to educate and keep you enlightened on developments in our society, with critical analysis by key industry players and our investigative crack team. On The Carpet, every issue is valid, from politics, sports, finance, the economy, agriculture, trade, commerce, entertainment, and so much more. Tune in and stay locked onto NSTV on Fridays at 11 a.m. Follow The Carpet on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The Carpet, simply simplifying the news.